tuning in to my channel. I'm LaShonda Brown, and this is part 2 of my series on the Mississippi State Board licensing exam for cosmetology. Today's segment is going to cover the haircut, the basic layered haircut. So, when you arrive to State Board, you are allowed 5 minutes to set up. So I'm going to take a few minutes to get set up. When they allow you that 5 minutes to get set up, the first thing you're going to grab is your general bag. You should get one of your wipes, disinfectant wipes, and sanitize your area first. Sanitizing your area should be the very first thing you do before you start setting up your implements and supplies. So when you get ready to set up your general bag, cleanse your area, okay? Then you're going to put your items out, okay? I have already placed my trash bag over in my gift bag. In the very first segment, I told you needed a gift bag and a trash bag, okay? So the purpose for the trash bag inside the gift bag is so that if any moisture is on the items you place in the trash, it won't tear your bag up because you have that plastic lining in there. Now, depending on the testing center that you go to, you may have room to put your trash bag on the table, or you may have to sit it on the floor. For now, I'm going to sit mine on the floor. So you want to go ahead and take out all of your items from your general bag after you have sanitized the area. Now, the extra things like your extra clips, your paper towels, those sort of items, you can kind of leave it in your bag and just lay it in your kit, okay? Also, don't forget to put your first aid kit out. Again, yours doesn't have to be this big. They have some smaller ones. That's just the only one that I have, okay? So make sure you put your first aid kit out and your container for your soil implements, okay? So they give you 5 minutes for setup. That really didn't even take 5 minutes to sanitize and take everything out of my general bag and get my trash liner inside my gift bag, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and set up for my haircut. For the haircut, you have 45 minutes. I wanna read through the instructions. Basic full layered haircut. You need to have a 1-inch cut minimum using shears or a razor. You're going to be using a 90-degree elevation, and then you're going to use a 0-degree elevation at the end for your outer perimeter. These are the steps they're looking for you to execute. Drape your client, wet and section your hair, establish control of tools throughout the haircut, establish and follow your guidelines, remove a minimum of 1 inch of hair, execute a full layered haircut using a 90-degree elevation with all perimeters at a 0. They are wanting you to ensure that you have no tags, no gaps, no windows. The cut should be well blended. They want to make sure you're using all of your tools safely, which means you need to practice proper ergonomics when executing the haircut. Then you have to clean up at the end and sanitize, okay? So, I already have everything set up, everything in the bag for a basic haircut. So, I'm setting up for my haircut. The first thing I'm going to do, and this is just my personal preference because I don't like laying things down on a bare surface. So I usually use a clean paper towel sheet or a towel, okay? So in this case, I'm going to use a towel, okay? And my other towel is going to be used for draping. So I'm going to go ahead and drape her. I'm going to put my towel around her neck. Give it a quick overlap in the front. This is going to be a wet haircut, so I am using a wet cape or shampoo cape, however you refer to it as. Okay, and I have this kitty cape. Kitty capes work best when using a mannequin because the normal size capes, once you put that around the mannequin's neck, a lot of times it slips off. So I am going to use a kitty cape. So I am going to place the cape on top of the towel, lifting her hair up, getting it out of my way, and then I'm going to fasten it securely on the mannequin's neck. Then I'm going to create a lip, just as if I would do on a regular client, to ensure that the cape is not touching my client's skin. And I'm going to turn that towel down on top of the cape, nice and flat and smooth. Okay, so my mannequin is draped. I'm going to continue with my setup and lay out my other items. Again, remember you have 45 minutes to execute this haircut. So if you have all of your items in each little separate baggie, it won't be a problem. All you do is reach in, grab what you need, lay it out on your towel. Okay, always lay out a few extra combs just in case you get nervous and drop one. You will have an extra one in your bag. All right, I'm going to be using shears, so I'm going to take out my shears. I'm going to leave my razor in the bag. So I'm going to be doing a shear cut. Yes, you may want to take an extra pair of shears just in case you drop those, or there may be a tension screw issue. So it's always good to be prepared and have more than you need in the event something happens, something transpires, because it's a very tedious time. You're stressing, sometimes you're nervous, so just have some extra things in your bag. So now that I have my basic setup, I know I need a water bottle. It was in my general bag, so I'm just gonna move it over because I know I'm gonna be needing it for my mannequin. Now, also depending on what testing center you're at, you may want to take you an extra bottle of water to refill your water bottle. So, basic layer haircut, I'm just gonna lay it on top of my kit. In the event I need to go back to that bag and grab something out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna saturate. Saturate my mannequin. And as you can see, I'm having a little bit of an issue with this water bottle. So I'm just gonna step right over and grab another one. Okay, that's why I said it's very important to have extras. All right, so I had another water bottle very close to me. You just never know what might happen, so we have to prepare for the unexpected. If you notice, as I am saturating my mannequin's hair, I am covering the mist of the spray to make sure that I'm not spraying everything and everybody around me. There may be somebody in close proximity to you at that particular testing center, okay? So now that my hair is evenly saturated, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick detangle, starting at the nape of the neck, moving up, working my way up, starting at the ends of the hair, working my way to the scalp area. Just a quick detangle before I start to section. Okay, now that I've detangled, I'm going to begin my sectioning. I am going to be using a 5-part sectioning. Going to be using a 5-part sectioning, okay? So, with that being said, the first thing I want to do, I want to divide the front half of my mannequin's head from the back. And I am going to do that using a radial parting across from ear to ear. But before I do that, I'm going to identify the apex of the head. So I'm going to come here, do a quick part in the center. I'm going to lay my comb up there just briefly, wherever it leaves the head. That's the highest point, the apex. I'm going to create that radial parting right there. Dividing the front from the back with that radial parting. Okay. Now that I have the front divided from the back, I am going to simply divide the back in half. Straight down the middle. Okay? Then I'm going to comb it to either side. And that makes my first section. I'm going to give it a twist. Quick twist, grab it up, put a clip on it, do the same thing to the opposite side. Okay, quick twist, grab a clippy, clip it up. Now, I have to continue sectioning the front. So I'm going to turn her around facing me. I'm going to use her eyebrows as a reference guide, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to divide that into 3 sections using the center of each eyebrow as my guide. Make sure that your partings are clean and precise, because with executing the haircut in this manner, it's going to give you a connect the dots effect. So you want to make sure that your partings are as clean as possible. All right, so now I have section 3. I'm going to come over, comb this side together. Section 4. Then I'm going to give it a spin. I have section 5. All right, I have to keep in mind that that timer is ticking because you only have 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and clip it up. Now, I have to establish my guideline, okay? So I'm going to start here in the middle section to start establishing my guide. I'm going to pick up my shears when executing a haircut. Once you pick up your shears, you don't put them down again. So go ahead and place them on your ring finger and palm them while you're sectioning and combing. Palming the shears is just simply closing your hand, taking your thumb out of the movable blade and closing your hand. So I'm going to establish my guide. I'm going to start here. I'm going to release a 1/2 to a 1-inch section in the front. And I'm going to let it fall. And I'm going to take the rest of that hair and just give it a twist and move it out of my way, because all I'm doing right now is establishing my guide. So I'm going to give that a comb, let it bounce back up, because this mannequin has a curvature in the front of the head, so I don't want to pull down tight, because if I pull down tight, I'm going to create a window on that outer hairline, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to come right here in the center of that section, again remembering to keep it properly saturated, because if I cut it half wet and half dry, my results just may be uneven. Okay, so I'm going to come here in the center. I'm going to comb that hair out. I'm going to let it bounce back up to allow for that curvature in the front of this mannequin's hair. And I'm going to establish at least a 1-inch guide. And I'm going to take my shears, execute, simply cut. All right, so now I have a guide. So it's a traveling guide that I've created. So the guide is going to go with me out to either side. Combing down, cutting with my guide. Directly on the line. I'm not cutting above it or below it. Okay? Now I have established my guide. I am ready to execute this haircut. Okay? So I'm just going to give her a spin back around and begin the cut. Again, this is a traveling guide. So I'm going to take part of that previously cut hair with me as I travel back. So this is my guide. And so some of the hair that has not been cut, I'm going to connect with the guide I created. Okay? The rest of the hair I'm going to simply comb back, move out of the way. I'm just working with this section right here. So again, I like the connect the dots effect. So again, I'm starting right here in this middle. I'm going to let that hair on the sides of this subsection drop out. I'm going to comb it up, make sure I'm projecting straight out at a 90. I am looking for my guide. There it is. Okay, once my guide is identified, I can see it. I am going to cut with my guide. All right, once I've cut that section, I'm going to take that guide and I'm going to travel to either side of that subsection, making sure I'm projecting at a 90. Cut. Projecting at a 90. I got guide in the front and guide on the side. Cut. I'm going to continue that process throughout this section. Okay, so this is my next section. Moving the hair out of the way. Again, coming right there in that center. Straight out. Look at there. Guide just pops out. There's my guide. Cut. Work my way out to either side. Making sure everything is parallel. My fingers are parallel to my parting. My shear angle is parallel to my fingers. And I'm just making a straight cut using that 90-degree elevation straight out. Okay? Remembering not to go past my second knuckle, because when I go past my second knuckle, the hair loses tension. Okay? And it just slips through your fingers. So you only want to grab the amount of hair you're able to control. Okay? Again, moving back to my next section. Okay? Projecting at a 90, make sure the hair is really combed out, really nice and smooth from the scalp to the ends. Projecting at a 90, finding my guide, there it is. Cut with my guide. Okay? Take part of that hair out to either side, straight out at a 90, cut with my guide. Do the same thing on the other side. This connect the dots effect is so simple if you follow it step by step. Okay? I'm going to continue on working my way back in this section. So this is going to be my last subsection in section 1. So again, always coming to the middle, projecting at a 90, making sure the hair is combed out nice and smooth from the scalp. Combing up, making sure my fingers are parallel to my parting, that the hairs are straight out like she stuck her finger in a socket and got electrocuted or something. Find my guide, cut with my guide. Okay, moving out to either side. Finding my guide, cut with my guide. Find my guide, cut with my guide. Now, I'm done cutting section 1. So, again, it's a traveling guide. So, I got to take part of that hair with me to the next section. Now, if you are right-handed, you're going to work in a clockwise direction. If you're left-handed, you may choose to go counterclockwise, okay? Wherever you start, that's where you need to end so that you don't get lost in the haircut. All right? So I am going to take part of this previously cut hair and I'm going to release it to section number 2. This hair right here, I'm just gonna comb it out of my way, give it a twist, lay it to the side, okay? Working on section 2. Now, when we first began, we were doing horizontal partings, okay? Now we're gonna start vertical partings because the head is gonna start to change shape on this side. We are moving down from the fringe area into the crest line and parietal ridge, okay? So, I'm gonna take part of that previously cut hair with me, down into section 2, starting at the top, making a vertical parting from that initial parting where I release my guide down to the hairline. I'm going to be working with this first section of hair, so I'm going to take this section, move it out of my way. So now I have to change my body position, make sure I'm practicing proper ergonomics. So I'm on the side of the head, but I am still projecting at a 90, meaning that hair is straight out. My guide pops out, I see my guide, I cut with my guide. So I got to move and travel with that guide down this section. Straight out, there's my guide, cut with my guide. Okay, continue down that section in the same manner, making sure I'm holding that hair at a 90-degree projection or 90-degree angle, straight out from the head. Cut with my guide. I'm done with that section. I'm just going to comb that out of the way. Okay? I'm not going to put it in her eye because if this was a client, I couldn't comb that hair in her eye. So I'm just going to kind of lay it to the side. Okay? Still working in this same section, number 2, starting at the top, where I release my guide, coming all the way down to the hairline. Give that part I'm not working with a twist. Now I'm only working with this second subsection in section 2. Combing it up, there's my guide. It pops right out. Cut with my guide. Okay, same thing. Head starts to change shape, moving into that crest line. So I'm going to reposition, but I am still at a 90 degree. Straight out from the head. Okay, this is going to be my last section within this subsection. There's my guide. Cut with my guide. If you notice, I'm making a nice, smooth cut. It's not chopping, taking little pieces at a time. It's one smooth, even cut. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Comb it up. There's my guide. I'm opening my shears. When I close my shears, that entire section of hair is gone. That's what I mean by smooth transition and not chopping, cutting more than one time in a section. When I pull it up, make sure everything is parallel. And if you're not sure, just take your comb and put that comb next to the scalp and stand it up against the hairs and make sure everything is straight out at that 90 degree if you're not sure. Okay? Holding it out, cut. Working my way down this subsection. Again, the head starts to change shape, so I have to reposition a little bit. Cut. All right? Now, at the bottom, to make sure that I am practicing proper ergonomics and not putting too much stress or strain on my back, I am going to cut this one under my fingers using a palm up method rather than on top of my fingers. But I still have my guide. I see my guide, and I'm cutting with my guide, and I'm still not going past my second knuckle. All right, so I'm done executing the cut on sections 1 and 2. I'm moving into section 3. What am I going to do? I am going to take part of that previously cut hair with me as a guide. So I'm just going to make a section. And what I did was, at the point where section 3 starts, I just went forward about 1 inch into the hair I've already cut, started at that point, and went straight down. That's all I did. I created me a pivotal parting. Now, all I'm going to do is comb all of that other previously cut hair out of my way. I'm going to grab my water bottle, saturate this section because it has started to dry. I'm I'm also going to put a little moisture on that front section just to make the hair lay down. Okay, and now I'm going to start in section number 3. Okay, so that pivotal parting that I created at the top, do y'all see that? Can you see this pivotal parting I created at the top? All right, so I'm going to start at that pivotal point, and I'm going to follow it all the way down to the hairline. I'm going to separate the section of hair that I'm not working with right now. I'm going to comb it together, give it a twist, get it out of my way. I'm working on this first section. Okay, I am going to make a subsection. Going to comb it straight out, projecting at a 90. Look at there, guide pops right out. Cut with my guide. Okay, start letting the hair drop out. And I'm going to work my way down this section, doing the same thing, projecting at a 90, finding my guides, cut with my guide. And I'm going to continue that process until I complete this subsection in section number 3. Again, making sure I comb that hair straight out from the scalp, making sure I'm at a 90-degree angle, straight out, find my guide, cut with my guide. Okay, I'm going to continue that all the way down. Comb it straight out. Head is changing shape because I'm getting into that crown area now. Okay, so I'm just going to reposition a little bit, but I'm still making sure I'm at that 90-degree angle. Again, I am reaching the bottom, so I'm going to shift positions. And I'm going to start cutting palm up rather than on top of my fingers. Okay, making sure that hair is straight out. There's my guide. Cut with my guide. Move that out of the way. Took part of that traveling guide with me, going on down to the next section. Again, straight out at a 90. There's my guide right there. Cut with my guide. All right, straight out. There's my guide. Cut with my guide. Okay, comb it up again because I had a little piece that went past my second knuckle, so I didn't cut it. So I went back to cut it. All right, so now I'm done with that subsection. So I'm going back to the top to my pivotal point, and I am going to pivot from that point all the way down. I'm going to turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I started from that pivotal point and I went all the way down. This section right here is already cut. So I'm going to come here to the top of my section. I'm going to grab only what I can handle. Project at a 90. Find my guide. Cut with my guide. And I'm going to walk down that section. Okay, doing the same thing all the way down that section, straight out at a 90, finding my guide, cut with my guide. Okay, again, I'm going to reposition. Bringing that hair straight out, find my guide, cut with my guide, stopping at that second knuckle, not going past it. Reposition. Start letting some of that previously cut hair drop out. Find my guide, make sure I'm at a 90, cut with my guide. All right, move Moving into that last section. Combing it straight out. Finding my guide. If I don't see a guide, I reposition until I do see a guide. And there it is right there. Cut. Straight out. At a 90, cut. All right. Same thing. Combing it up. Only what I can handle. Find my guide, cut with my guide. Start traveling down this last little section. Okay, I'm going to reposition because that kind of went past my second knuckle. I'm going to reposition right there and get that little bit I missed. Then I'm going to continue on down that section. Cut. Okay. With the traveling guide, like I said, the traveling guide travels with you. So as long as you see your guides in place, you're going to use that guide to cut. If you don't see your guide, reposition yourself before you cut that section of hair. Hair starts to drop out. Repositioning myself. I'm back to that palm up position. Okay. Done with that section. Okay. Moving right along to the next section. Again, I'm going to saturate because the hair is starting to dry. All right. I'm going to take part of that previously cut hair with me. Again, creating another pivotal point. Okay. And I'm just going to take part of that hair from that section I just cut with me. Everything else, I'm going to move out of the way. You want to make sure your parts are clean and precise so you don't lose your way. All right. So I've created again that pivotal point. Starting at the top, coming all the way down to the hairline. Taking the hair that I'm not working with, just giving a quick little tug, moving it out of my way. All right. So I'm going to start in this section now. Starting at the top of the section, combing it up, projecting at a 90, looking for my guide. There it is right there. Cut. Reposition because I missed a piece. Then I'm going to work my way down that section. Combing it out, cut with my guide. Combing it out, finding my guide, cut with my guide. Combing it out, finding my guide, cut with my guide. Okay, again I'm going to reposition myself as I reach the bottom. Combing it straight out, everything is still parallel to the parting. My shear position is going to be parallel to my parting as well. Combing it straight out at a 90, cut with my guide. Okay, last section in this subsection. Straight out, cut. Straight out, cut. All right, now I'm ready to move on. Coming back to that pivotal point, all the way down to the hairline. Getting my next subsection. The hair that I'm not working with right now, I am moving it out of the way. Okay? Starting at the top of that subsection, projecting at a 90. Find my guide. Cut with my guide. Work my way down this section. Okay? Again, finding that guide. cut with my guide. And I'm going to continue that process throughout this subsection. Repositioning myself now. Cut. Last section. Find my guide. There it is. Cut with my guide. Okay. All right, this is my last subsection in this section. Okay, starting at the top, finding my guide, cut with my guide. I'm going to work my way down that section. Find my guide, cut. Combing it straight out, making sure everything is parallel at a 90-degree from the head. Combing that hair straight out. Finding my guide, cut with my guide. Okay, so I'm done with the first 4 subsections. Now I have this last subsection to cut. I'm going to saturate because it too has begun to dry. Okay. Now I am going to take some of that previously cut hair from the center section where I started, and I'm going to bring it down. Okay. And I also have some of this previously cut hair from section 4 from the back that I'm going to take with me. It's going to travel with me to this last section. All right, so again, I'm on the side, so I'm still going to be making those vertical parties, which travel straight up and down. Starting at the top, going down to the hairline. I'm going to move that out of the way. Starting at the top of my section. Combing that hair straight out, finding my guide, cut with my guide. Moving on down the section. Using that same format. Okay, done with that section. Just gonna move it out of the way. Starting at the top of my section, coming on down to the hairline, making my next subsection. Combing the hair straight out. Double checking to make sure I'm still at a 90. Cut with my guide. Straight out at a 90. Cut with my guide. Last section, I'm going to reposition. Use that palm up method. Straight out. Cut with my guide. Okay. Last subsection. Within section 5. Straight out, there's my guide, cut with my guide. Same thing, straight out at a 90, projecting at a 90, combing that hair straight out, finding my guide, cut with my guide, okay? So, I have completed the 90-degree haircut. Now, State Board also requires that the outer perimeter be cut at a 0-degree elevation. Okay, so I am going to now comb this hair down, and I'm going to check my outer perimeter. Okay, by doing that, I'm just going to allow the hair to come down in natural fall, and then I'm going to go around my outer perimeter, not holding too much tension, but I just want to make sure that I have not cut a window. If I see anything out of the norm, I'm just going to trim it off at that 0-degree elevation to make it all blend together, to make it all nice and smooth. See those little points sticking out? We don't want that. So we're going to have to take those little points out because they can mimic a window. Okay? So any little points, that's what I'm blending out at this 0 elevation on this outer perimeter. Okay? I'm just going in, cleaning it up. Anything out of the norm, I'm just going to cut it straight off because they want the outer perimeter at a 0 degree elevation. Okay, so I'm going to continue that all the way around the outer circumference of this haircut at a 0 degree elevation. Okay, just blending everything together. Making sure I don't have anything long tags sticking out. Making sure I don't have the appearance of a window on that outer perimeter. I'm just combing it straight down. Anything out of the norm that's not blended, I'm just blending it together. Okay, making sure there's no visible window. Okay, anything looks out of the norm, I am going to go in between guides and blend it together. Okay, if I have the appearance of a window, again, I'm just going to nip it right out and blend it together. Okay, then I want to go in and check then I want to cross check to see if I missed anything. You see that? That's called a tag. So there's a guide and there's a guide. So I just want to blend in between those guides to get rid of that tag. Okay, so everything should meet something. If I see anything out of the norm, like those little hairs, those are tags. I'm going to just blend that right out. Okay? Cross-checking doesn't mean recutting. You're just going back, checking your cut, looking for anything out of the norm. Again, wherever you start, that's where you should end. See, I see another little tag right there. So that's all I'm going to cut off is that. Just combing through, cross-checking, making sure everything meets something, making sure I don't have any long, stray hairs out of place. If I see anything between guides, I am going to cut that. Okay? That's what blending is. Making sure everything is nice and smooth, everything meets something. Like there's another tag right there. Guides on both sides. All I'm going to do is just snip out those little hairs that are out of place. That's what it means to blend. I'm not recutting, just cutting anything I may have missed. Okay? Once I'm done blending, I will raise my hand so that the evaluator can come over and evaluate my haircut. Okay? Once they check your haircut, don't start sweeping up your hair until after they have checked your cut, because they got to make sure you have cut off at least an inch of hair. Once the examiner has come over and checked your cut, follow the instructions that they give as to when to clean up. So when she says clean up, you just simply move your mannequin out of the way. Put all of your soil implements that you have used into your soil implements container, because they can be washed and sanitized again. You're going to need your water bottle again, the towel that you had out for your service. You can take it, wipe it, because it'll also dry up that water that's on your table. Okay? Put your towel in your soil towel, bag or container, whatever you have to put it in. Close your soil implements container. Get your disinfectant wipes. Disinfect your area. Throw those used disinfectant wipes in the trash. Then you will get the broom to sweep up your hair off of the floor. Once you sweep up your hair off the floor and dispose of it into your trash bag, then you want to sanitize your hands. Okay? I don't remember if at the beginning I sanitized my hands before I started. But after you set up, before you start your cut, make sure you sanitize your hands, just in case I omitted that step. So this concludes the procedure for the basic layered haircut for the Mississippi State Board of Cosmetology. Again, I'm LaShonda Brown. Hope to see you in another video soon.